Welcome back to Soul Renovation. I am Adeline Atlas, 7 times published author. Trauma is often viewed as something personal, something we experience in our own lives. But what if I told you that some of the emotional struggles, fears, and limiting beliefs you carry didn't originate with you? Soul-level trauma is trauma that has been inherited across generations, embedded in family systems, cultural histories, and even your soul's energy field. This kind of trauma is not just psychological, it's spiritual. It shapes the way you think, the way you react, and the way patterns repeat in your life. Healing it is not just about freeing yourself from pain, but also about breaking cycles for future generations and transforming inherited wounds into wisdom and strength. What is soul-level trauma? Soul-level trauma refers to deep energetic imprints of pain, grief, or unresolved experiences passed down through your lineage. These wounds are often linked to historical events such as war, displacement, or forced migration, oppression, enslavement, or cultural erasure, family cycles of abuse, neglect, or financial hardship. Unlike personal trauma, which is shaped by your own life experiences, soul-level trauma is inherited, passed down genetically, emotionally, or energetically through family lines. Collective, influenced by cultural, historical, and societal trauma. Subconscious, operating beneath your conscious awareness, often showing up as unexplainable fears, emotions, or repeated life patterns. Signs of generational soul trauma. If you've ever felt like you were carrying a burden that wasn't yours, this could be a sign of inherited trauma. Some key indicators include 1. Repetitive family patterns. Do you notice recurring struggles in your family, such as financial instability, addiction, or emotionally distant relationships? These patterns don't just happen randomly. They often point to unresolved trauma within your ancestral lineage. 2. Unexplained emotions or behaviors. Have you ever felt an intense fear, sadness, or anxiety that doesn't seem connected to anything in your own life? Sometimes, these emotions are echoes of your ancestors' experiences, still lingering in your energy field. 3. Cultural or historical trauma. If your lineage comes from a group that has endured systemic oppression, forced migration, or other historical trauma, you may unconsciously carry the weight of that pain. This can manifest as feelings of disconnection, deep-rooted insecurity, or a struggle to fully embrace your identity. 4. Feeling an unspoken responsibility. Many people who inherit generational trauma feel an invisible burden to fix their family's struggles, even when they can't explain why. This sense of obligation can be overwhelming, keeping you stuck in patterns of guilt or self-sacrifice. How generational trauma affects you. Unhealed soul-level trauma can impact your life in subtle but powerful ways, including emotional and mental struggles, anxiety, depression, or a persistent sense of unease. Physical manifestations, chronic pain, tension, or fatigue without a clear medical cause. Blocked growth, difficulty achieving personal, financial, or relationship goals due to self-sabotage or limiting beliefs. But here's the good news. Just as trauma can be passed down, healing can also be passed down. When you choose to heal, you don't just change your life, you shift the trajectory of your lineage. Steps to heal soul-level trauma. Healing generational trauma is a deeply transformative process. Here's how to begin. 1. Acknowledge and honor your ancestors. Healing starts with recognition. Take time to honor the struggles and strengths of your lineage. This could be through meditation or prayer, writing letters to your ancestors, creating a small ancestral altar with photos or meaningful objects. Acknowledging where you come from is the first step in shifting the energy from pain to empowerment. 2. Explore your family history. Learn about the major events that shaped your ancestors' lives. Were they forced to flee their homeland? Did they endure hardship that was never discussed? Understanding their experiences can help you connect the dots between your inherited patterns and their root causes. 3. Practice energy clearing and ancestral healing. Trauma is stored not just in the mind, but in the body and energy field. Healing modalities like Reiki or energy healing clears stored trauma from your system. Breathwork releases old emotional imprints. Guided visualization allows you to connect with your ancestors and reframe past narratives. 4. Reframe limiting beliefs. Many of the beliefs you hold about yourself may not actually be yours. Identify the subconscious beliefs you've inherited, such as, money is hard to come by. I have to struggle to be loved. I must always put others before myself. Once you recognize these patterns, consciously replace them with empowering affirmations. I am worthy of financial abundance. I am deeply loved and supported. I honor my ancestors by thriving, not suffering. 5. Work with a professional healing. Deep-seated trauma often requires external support. Therapists, shamans, or spiritual healers specializing in generational trauma can help you uncover and release wounds that may not be fully conscious. Why healing generational trauma is transformative breaking. These cycles isn't just about healing yourself, it's about rewriting the legacy of your lineage. When you heal, you free yourself, no longer bound by outdated patterns and limitations. You empower future generations, ensuring your children and descendants inherit strength, not suffering. You honor your ancestors, transforming their struggles into a foundation of resilience and wisdom. Healing soul-level trauma is one of the most profound gifts you can give, not just to yourself, but to those who came before you and those who will come after you. For deeper guidance on generational healing, energy clearing, and ancestral transformation, check out Soul Game, available now on Amazon and Audible.